Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness that is Port Charles. So grab your favorite snack, get comfortable, and let's unpack everything that's about to go down. I am typing this so late at night because I literally cannot sleep after seeing what is coming up for the next 2 weeks of August 17 to August. My mind is racing. I have been watching the show since 2015, and I have to say, this might be the most stressed out I have been over these characters in years. I mean, can we talk about this? Because I have opinions, and I need to vent to people who actually get it, I can't believe they did that with Curtis. I mean, I knew the trial was going badly, but wow. Curtis Ashford is officially heading to Pentonville, and my heart is completely breaking. But before we even get to the prison stuff, we have to talk about that goodbye. Curtis finishes saying his goodbyes, and he shares one last kiss with Jordan. Yes, a kiss with Jordan. I am sorry, but I am totally here. Portia literally threw him to the wolves on the witness. She built a whole narrative against him just to secure her spot with baby Desmond, and Curtis finally sees who has his back. Jordan has always understood his world in a way Portia refused, so seeing them share that moment before he gets locked away, pure cinematic perfection. But then the reality, Curtis reports for his first day at Pentonville, and the heavy metal doors slam shut. And who is his cellmate? Who is the one person he is going to be locked in a tiny room? Jen Sidwell. Are you kidding me right now? I literally screamed at myself. Jen Sidwell, the absolute maniac who terrorized Port Charles, held Justine hostage, and ran a criminal empire, is now sharing a bunk with Curtis. This is the ultimate impossible choice. Sidwell is going to taunt him, obviously. The guy thrives on psychological torture. But as the week of August 24 kicks off, Sidwell is going to see the potential for them to become allies. And Curtis is going to be so incredibly torn. Because if Curtis doesn't cooperate, Sidwell has the reach to retaliate against his family on the outside. But if Curtis does help Sidwell, especially if Sidwell demands help escaping, Curtis will completely destroy his chances of getting paroled. I mean, what is he supposed to do? He is trapped in a nightmare. I am dreading watching Curtis suffer. But the drama is going to be top. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's switch gears, because the mob landscape is completely fractured. Jason is getting out of the mob. Read that again. Jason Morgan is quitting. I know some people are loving this new era of Jason, focusing entirely on Danny, but personally, it is taking a lot of getting. Jason catches Britt Westbourne completely off guard by revealing he is walking away from the danger, walking away from Sonny Corinthos, and Britt is absolute. And honestly, Britt's reaction is so valid. Questions him about his future because, what does Jason do if he isn't Sonny's enforcer? Does he open a coffee shop? Does he become a full-time Little League coach? I mean, Jason has been defined by his loyalty to Sonny for decades. But ever since he got back from that horrific WSB black site in Jakarta, he is a change. He realizes that Danny is his only priority, especially since Sam is gone. He cannot leave his son an orphan. Britt is going to have to figure out where she fits into this new, legitimate Jason, and I am so anxious to see how they... Speaking of navigating messes, let's talk about Carly. Because Carly is doing what Carly does best, meddling in her children's lives. She is relentlessly pressuring Hudson Parker to work harder at convincing Jocelyn to take over as the permanent CEO of Jasper Jack's Enterprise. Carly is desperate to get Jocelyn out of the WS, and I get it. I really do. Carly doesn't want her daughter getting shot at on Spoon, but pushing a shady guy like Hudson to manipulate Jocelyn is so incredibly toxic. Hudson makes another attempt to get Jocelyn on board, but Jocelyn is her mother's daughter. She is stubborn, she is fierce, and she refuses to be manipulated. Jocelyn completely rejects the CEO offer, but she doesn't just walk away. She recommends Jordan Ashford as the company's next leader. Okay, my jaw dropped. Jordan Ashford, running Jax's corporate empire? That is a massive pivot from police commissioner and consultant, but honestly, it is kind of brilliant. Jordan has the strategic mind, but Carly is going to lose her absolute mind when she finds out her plan backfired this spectacular. But Hudson has his own ulterior motives, doesn't he? Because Hudson isn't just a corporate suit. He is on a massive fishing expedition. He is aggressively trying to learn more about Delilah Wilson. Yes, baby Phoebe. Ethan Lovett abandoned his whole faked paternity scam and ran out of town the second Hudson showed up, leaving Ava Jerome holding all the... Ava is so smart though. She's going to realize that Hudson is digging for info, and she is going to try to keep him completely out of the loop. I am so terrified for Brooklyn and Chase right now. They just finalized Phoebe's adoption. They are so happy. But their entire foundation is built on Ethan's stolen police evidence and fake DNA tests. If Hudson exposes the truth about Delilah's baby, it is going to destroy Chase and Brooklyn's family. And let's be real, Brooke Lynn already has enough karma coming her way for framing Willow for Jordan's hit. Okay, back to the point. Brooklyn is fuming, and I am laughing so hard. Willow Kane is moving back into the Quartermaine gatehouse. Tracy Quartermaine actually allowed it. And Brooklyn is losing her mind trying to undo Tracy's decision. But Tracy is not budging. Let's remember the dynamic. Willow is legally married to Drew, divorced from Michael, but Michael is using his leverage to keep her close, so she can't pull a parental kidnapping stunt with Wiley and Amelia. Brooklyn hates Willow right now, especially since she is actively framing her. Having Willow living on the Q property is going to make Brooklyn so paranoid. Every time Willow breathes, Brooklyn is going to think her hit-and-run secret is about to be exposed. I am totally here for Brooklyn sweating it out. And then there is Drew Kane. I am sorry, but I absolutely despise Drew right now. He is fully mobile, he survived Nina pushing him into the lake, and he is a complete mess. He has a heated run-in with Nina, which is guaranteed to be explosive, because she literally tried to drown him. But then, Drew makes a peace offering. Am I the only one who thinks this is a massive trap? Because Drew cannot be trusted. He is plotting a scorched earth revenge campaign against Willow, Nina, and the entire Quartermaine. Whenever Drew acts nice, he is holding a knife behind him. I am anticipating terrible news when it comes to this peace offering. He is probably setting someone up to take a massive fall. Just look at how he treats his own daughter. Rocco Falconeri and Scout Quartermaine are growing close. Rocco is acting as a confidant for Scout because she is so isolated and traumatized by her father's toxic behavior. They are forming this really sweet, supportive bond. But Drew is going to flip out. If he catches them looking too cozy, he is going to forbid any future. Drew wants complete dictatorial control over Scout to punish Jason and Danny. It is so abusive and gross. Rocco is just trying to be a good friend to her, but Drew is going to turn it into a war. I really hope Jason steps in and puts Drew in his place. Let's take a tangent and talk about the PCPD and GH drama, because Ric Lansing is back on his worst behavior. Ric witnesses Elizabeth getting way too close for comfort with Dante Falconeri, and he falls into a completely toxic, jealous, downward spiral. I mean, seriously? Ric has always been a possessive creep when it comes to Liz. Remember all the horrible things he did in the past? Dante and Liz are just bonding over softball and shared trauma, but Ric's mind is going to twist it into a mess. I am dreading watching Ric try to sabotage Liz's happiness. He needs to back off and focus on Isaiah Gannon's civil suit against Curtis, because his love life is a disaster. Meanwhile, Anna Devane is still trying to hold the WSB pieces together, while secretly battling her Peter August. Anna steps up and helps Jocelyn and Tristan Roberts exchange introductions. Tristan is the new cardiac surgeon, but we all know he has deep WSB. Jocelyn is heavily involved in WSB now, so Anna connecting them is super. Is Anna trying to build a new network of trustworthy agents? Or is her hallucination-addled brain setting them up for something? Tristan and Britt already hate each other, so mixing Jocelyn into this dynamic is going to cause so many sparks. I just hope Anna gets the psychiatric help she desperately needs before she does something she can't take back. And finally, we have to talk about Trina and Kai. Kai Taylor finds himself completely rattled. He senses that he is being watched. And we all know why. Trina's stalker is officially lurking in Port Charles. Trina has been through so much. She is trying to ignore her parents' warring drama, she is dealing with the stress of Curtis going to Pentonville, and she is being forced into a fake showmance with Gio Palmieri by that sleazy producer Simon. Now she has a stalker. Kai is going to realize that the danger is real. Is the stalker Quinn, Kai's jealous former friend? Or is it someone connected to the music? Trina deserves peace, but this show refuses to give it. Kai is going to have to step up and protect her, but if the stalker is unhinged, they are all in grave danger. I am so nervous for Trina's safety. So much is happening. The stakes have never been higher. Curtis is locked in a cage with a monster. Jason is redefining his entire existence. Carly's manipulations are blowing up in her face, and the Quartermaine estate is a ticking time bomb of hit-and-run secrets and bitter divorce. I am literally counting down the minutes until the next. Will Curtis survive his unholy alliance with Sidwell? Or will Pentonville be the end of it? Drop your wildest theories in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and let's keep the conversation going.